everyone, how are you today? I'm just going to give it a few seconds and see if anyone pops in. So if I have not met you before, my name is Woodbridge and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. I live on the central coast of New South Wales, which is halfway between Sydney and Newcastle, but I can help anyone in Australia who would like to purchase Stampin' Up! Products. So I've just seen someone pop in, so yay. Hello, Miss Monica. How are you this lovely day? And we do have a beautiful autumn day. It was very cold this morning. I was very cold even before I got out of bed. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Margine. Thank you all for joining. Today I am playing with the Dainty Delight stamp set, and I'm going to need some audience participation. So I need to know, hey Jody, I need to know, what are we playing with? What are we pairing this with? If you were to use this stamp set, what designer series paper would you pair this with? That's my place today. I've got stamp set. I even have I have a little die cut, and I've even got a full panel that has been stamped. This is from last month's class, so I've got that as well. Hey Lisa, how are you? Hey Delinda. Who else did I miss? So suggestions for, I've got all my designer series paper here. So suggestions for what we are pairing it with. I do have a little mini unboxing. I received my order today with the paper that I forgot to order, the luster paper, and I also forgot to order some decorative masks, so I will show you those. These pieces are left over from my class that I did last month in April. So if you love the Dainty Delight set and would like some inspiration and some cards that you can follow along and make yourself, shimmer DSP. Okay, Jody, I can do that. You can go to the description box below, and Delinda, you're pushing me. I'm not a Gingham fan. Right, 2 things are noted, and I have 2 images, so we shall see if I can get that Gingham to work. Yes, the class, the video tutorials and project sheet are in the description box below, so it's only 10 Australian dollars, and as my American friends say, it's only $7 and some cents to purchase 5 card tutorials for the Dainty Delight. And I also have the link for my beautiful balloons set. So this is Dainty Delight. That is the one designer series paper I don't have, Margine. So Inked Botanicals, there were 4 that all went out with my paper shares, and I haven't rebought it. I'll see what colours are in the Gingham actually. Let me try and grab it. That's the Dazzle. That must be the Gingham. There there's pecan pie in there. So that actually might work very well with the French country feel. No, I'm not a fan of Gingham. See, something you learn. Like, would I buy this paper of my free will if I didn't do a paper share? Maybe not. Maybe not, but it does have all of the new colours in it, I think. No. I will take the challenge, Delinda. I will take the challenge. Don't you worry about that. Because it's got berry burst, blueberry bushel, lemon lime twist, pecan pie, and pretty peacock. So lots of the new colours are in this. Okay, and the shimmer DSP. Yeah, sorry, I just got a text message and it totally distracted me. Hello, Miss Alana. The question, to answer your question, Alana, I don't know. That is the answer, because I haven't bought any for a really long time. But if you need someone, I can recommend somebody. Hello, Miss Cheryl. Okay, let's flip around. Delinda, I've got the gingham. Jody, I've got the shimmer in here in the box beside me. We will do a quick little unboxing, and if you like any of these products, we can also incorporate them. I'm thinking maybe some of the Foursquare decorative masks. No problems. I can check though if I've still got an account with them. So don't worry, I can check, just I can't check this very second, obviously. But that's okay. Yeah, so I have my in-person class this weekend linked below. The Dainty Delight class is linked below. And if you want class at home in Australia, oh, no problems, Leslie. I'll see you on the replay. Whether you watch it here on Facebook or over on YouTube, I will see you there. Hey, Shaz. Hello, Miss Beverly Evans. How are you? Yes, so I've got class this Sunday. Class at home will be going out sometime next week, as will the video tutorials and project sheets. So there are 3 ways you can play with my classes within that month. And then after that month goes, you can still get the video tutorial and project sheet. So let's flip around, do our little unboxing, and we can get playing with the 2 bits I have left over from my Dainty Delight class. So I just have the finish piece and 1 die cut piece. Hello, Miss Lisa. How are you? Whole gang is here. Got lots of Aussies, and I've just knocked stuff off. I'm doing very well today. And I've got no one to get the light. I don't think Louisa is quite tall enough to grab lights for me. Okay, let's do this and that. And, sorry, more buttons to press on Facebook to flick the camera. Okay, just let me move that. We do need to do a titch of a zoomy zoom. And I think I'm okay. Let me get up this replay screen while I turn off the light. Is it going to play nicely? Yes. We shall. Oh, I can see. Mute. I can see. Mute myself is going to be helpful. And right, get the light and we will all be good. Okay. So. The 2 things that were in my very big box, because one of them is 12 by 12. I'll start with the luster, and let's get the 2023-2025 in color 12 by 12 luster specialty paper. I'm getting out my scissors because I will need to cut that off. Now, I've already opened it, but I have not looked at any of these. Has not come out of the plastic yet. Oh, that is a lovely, very soft luster. I like that. Do you know what it reminds me of? Almost the texture of the pearlized paper. Very, very similar. So this is boho blue. This is copper clay. Have our moody mauve. And now I can finish off my paper shares. This is copper clay. No, this is Pebbled Path, and then we have Wild Wheat. So you can see the beautiful luster there. Now I do have this on the back, and I have an idea I need to use that just behind me. Did exactly what I wanted it to do. I wanted to stand something up, and so that thing is now standing. Oh, the one thing I haven't linked below, sorry to all my Facebook peeps, is the in colour luster. I've already labelled it. I've already got a medium envelope for my scraps, and I'm going to pop these in. Can't even grab them. These plastic sleeves I get off Amazon, and if you have a look over on YouTube at my unboxing video part 2, you will be able to get the link in the description to these. So I keep everything in these, and then I do transfer this over because it has the colours on it. So rather than looking up the catalogue every time, I do also have a little cheat sheet here with, I have just copied and pasted this from the catalogue and put it into a document. So I do have a couple of little cheat sheets that I use. So if I am looking for a specific colour in paper, so say I want copper clay, I will grab that list out, and I will know which of the designer series papers have copper clay, and I will just grab those out rather than looking at every pack of paper. I can just be very strategic and just grab those ones out, which I find incredibly useful. It is pretty, Bev. Very, very pretty. Oh, I've got that piece as well, which is now on the floor because it's full of static. So I just use our Stampin seal on the top and the bottom, and I stick this label just like so. This isn't on straight, it doesn't matter, it's only for me. I know you guys see it on video, but it really is just for me. And let's see if we can get this lid on now. There we go. Okay, so that luster is there. I do have to get out the shimmer, the soft shimmer, which is what I think Jody was talking about. So I've got the soft shimmer and the gingham. I'll just pop these papers on the floor for the moment because they do take up a little bit of space, and now I've thrown everything else that I need on the floor. One piece back up. Oops, a days. Actually, I have to stand up to get this. It's caught under my floor mat. Okay, right here. So we did use the soft shimmer last week on my mum's Mother's Day card. I can report she loved her card. She also loved her slippers. I even got a photo of her wearing her slippers, and she said they were the perfect fit. So, oh, the soft shimmer is gorgeous. Jody made the perfect choice. So the Foursquare decorative dies. So it's unusual. These are white. Our previous masks have been brown, a very dark brown. So this is something very, very different, having them white. So we have, oh, that's lovely. Oh, do these go together? Maybe they do. So I can use this by itself, or I can put this X on the top and fill in this area. Is that right? Just, I'm seeing. Yes, I can. Wow, that's good. So they are layering stencils, and I'm pretty sure they're 6x6. Just let me grab down my trimmer. They are, yes, they are 6x6 inches. So it can be used for our A4 cardstock or for letter cardstock. Ooh, that one's nice. See, I use these more intricate ones totally by themselves. And we've got this one. I don't think these two necessarily go together, but that is awesomely geometric. Will be great for masculine cards. Hello, Beryl. How are you? Yes, they are so different in white, and I miss them in the catalogue. It wasn't until I did my catalogue tour, Jodie, if anyone wants to watch that over on YouTube, and I went, oh my God, because there is a couple of typos on that page. So they hadn't marked the masks as new. So the masks were new, and they had the basics enamel effects, which has gold, silver and copper, I think. They're on my wish list, but my budget hasn't stretched quite that far. So these two go together, and these two are separate. So I really like them. We may have to use, I'm thinking either one of these two today, maybe. But you could use that one by itself, but it does go with that. They are lovely, lovely. Very happy with those. I don't use them as much as what I should. So they are different sizes. Just so you know, these ones 6x6, these ones, I'll tell you in centimeters, they are 12.5 by just shy of 16.5. So they are a little narrow. Are they? Yes. No. We can put, these are big enough for both of them because I normally have to tape my card front to them. So just different sizes, different things. Can pop those scissors away. They will be right my way. So I'm going to leave these out and see what I do with them. So that's my unboxing. Now, I've been really, really bad. You normally don't ever see this. I haven't cleaned my Stays On stamps. So I need to get my Stays On cleaner out and clean them. Oh, very good, Bev. Very good. They're gorgeous. They are gorgeous. Okay. Now, these are our two pieces. Mr. Linda wants me to go French. I think this might go with this one. So this one is on watercolor paper. It has a bubble bath wash on the back. I have a confession about bubble bath. A few people here do know about this confession. I probably in the last 2 weeks, every card I have made, maybe except for Mum's Mother's Day card, has got bubble bath on it. I'm just a tinge obsessed with this soft pink. Now, the colouring on this I did do with our watercolour pencils. So used them to do that tinsy watercolouring. And I'm not sure what we're doing with this one, but this one is on vanilla. So let's just see where we land with that one. So this has returning colours. So pecan pie, I'm just concentrating. Pecan pie, it doesn't look bad. And I can't explain I think it looks better on that side. I can't explain why I do or I don't like gingham. It's just not something I gravitate towards. I don't think pecan pie will work. Of course we know that Berry Burst is going to work. These are actually Melon Mambo, but they're so small that, ooh, okay. I'm going to leave both these colours here and you can talk to me and tell me which one I'm going to use. Because this is going to be a very, very simple card. No, I don't think Blueberry Bushel works. So Pecan Pie or Berry Burst. That is what we are looking at. Hey Jen, how are you? It does look like a trellis, Bev. Berry Burst, says Delinda. Sorry Jen, I missed you coming in there. Oh, Pecan Pie. 1 for 1. Where shall it end? Sylvia says Berry Burst. And then you can tell me, am I using the check or the diagonal? Berry Burst from Beryl. I think Berry Burst is a clear-cut winner. The Berry Burst does look great, and it's that whole thing. The pinks just work so well, and because we have the Melon Mambo, it does, in that small concentration, lend itself to possibly being Berry Burst. The diagonal, Jody says, and Margine says. Definitely the diagonal. Okay. So, I am thinking I shall do a full card front of this. So because I don't want to add any white, because this is watercolor paper, so adding white will make either the white or the watercolor paper look really weird. This is quite a white watercolor paper. If you haven't bought our new Fluid 100 watercolor paper, it is significantly whiter than the old watercolor paper that we used to have. When I did do this card in my team meeting, and a lot of my girls who have been around for a very long time were very, very surprised at how different it was. So yeah, it was actually really good for them to be able to see it, and they were really quite taken aback. Now this piece I'm happy to sacrifice that. Okay, so we have this and this. I'm kind of considering possibly a very thin purple matte, just very thin, and that's Gorgeous Grape. Let me grab it and see what it looks like. I use it. I'm upset that Gorgeous Grape changed color family only because it's not in my arm's reach anymore. It's just not there. It's the last paper in my row of papers, because I have all my papers in colour family, and Gorgeous Grape is the bottom of the Regals family. So actually have to get up. Yes, definitely needs a matte. And in the class, I actually matted it on vellum in the class on a Melon Mambo card base. So yes. Okay. No, I don't have any scrap big enough. So we're going to cut into a whole sheet. Now, this piece is half of the paper here. I'm pretty sure it's like 3.5 by 5. No, 5 by, let's say, yeah, 5. Yep, 5 by 3.5. Look at me. So I would like to go 3 1/8 by 3. Oh no, I've just cut that wrong. We all knew I had to, because if it's 3.5, I need to go 5/8. 3 5/8 by 5 1/8. Right. I do, even though I'm talking inches here, I'm only doing that because this is perfectly cut into inches. Yeah, that would work, Bev. I am just going to have a look. I'm never scared of cutting down paper, but do you know what? A grey mat would look really good, because I don't think this one's going to work. Oops, and I just threw it on the ground, totally accidentally. Oh, do you think I can grab it? No. Come on, little piece of paper. It definitely does not want to. It doesn't want to be used because it didn't want to come up off the floor. Okay. Yeah, I think the colours are just going to be totally competing with each other. Bev, I think you are right, and I think I might try grey granite to start off with, because I'm a great grey granite lover. Grey granite, there we go. Oh, look at that. We might even try before we cut. This piece is a lot bigger than what I need, but I think the grey granite is too warm. So my next option is definitely too warm. My next option is smoky slate. So pop that back in, pop that back up. Now, smoky slate should be directly behind grey granite, and it is. Right. Nothing there. Love it when I have the perfect size piece. That's looking better, being cooler. I'm thinking the answer might be vellum. I'm actually not loving basic grey. Okay, because I'm not loving that. So we're next down the line to basic grey. Okay. None of those pieces are big enough, but I will just do a colour test, because definitely not loving that. This is the whole fun of card making. I don't get frustrated with the trying of colours. I find this the fun bit, because you're there going, these colour combinations actually may work perfectly on another project, but just not for this one. Yeah, I'm not, it's the best. It probably is the best out of the lot, Monica, but it's not talking to me. Yes, vellum. Look, I've tried them all. I've tried them all. That's the grey, basic grey. See? It just works. It enhances without competing. I think I have to go the vellum. Okay, let me pop this back. Just getting all my papers out of the way, and I just knocked the camera. Yes, I did. Just a titch. Okay. Smoky slates away. I think Pebble Path will compete too much. I can show you, because that was the other colour that we were looking at in the gingham. So I can show you that in the gingham without grabbing down a whole nother piece of paper, Jodie. I think it's too much competing. Yeah, but happily show it to you, just so you can have a look-y see. Obviously, yeah, that is also a very good suggestion, Bev, but I think I'm going to stick with the vellum, and I'm just going to see, because I always know, no scraps, just little scraps of vellum. Okay, we know our measurement, which, if I can find my trimmer, which is buried already, we want 3 5/8 by 5 1/8. Oh, that so did what I thought it did. 5 1/8. Oh, damn. Right. Just start again. That edge was definitely not even. That's better. And 3 5. That's better. Better. Okay, all those pieces, I guarantee you, will be used. So never fear, vellum never goes to waste in this craft room. Okay. Now, I just needed to pull this back just a titch. Okay. I am going to need my Stampin' seal because I do not want my vellum to buckle. So, just going with this, just roll it on a titch. Now, this wasn't rolling because I wasn't tilting this up all the way, then pulling. So tilt up and pull back, and then you will always have your adhesive right on the end, sticky, ready to go. Okay. Except for the fact I have the tinsiest bit stuck to my finger. No. Would you believe I have cut this almost too close? Have I? No, but I am going crooked. Did I? It will have to do. So just got my little mat there. That actually is better than what I expected. Okay, do the same thing again. Just Now this has warped a little bit, my watercolor paper, just because I was using water on it. So I'm not skimping on adhesive. Now you could put this off at an angle, but with this particular pattern, I kind of wouldn't recommend it. But the good thing is we can get it fairly even because of there's more at the top than there is at the bottom. Please pray. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now, loving that. The vellum, perfect. Sentiment. Celebrate you or the best is yet to come. And I could even use, don't know, because when I first made this card, I used the oval punch because the 1 3/4 wasn't available. So, sorry, I'm just getting the glue off my hand. Let's see what fits really well. The Celebrate You fits. Just something different using a circle. I probably will end up covering up some of the lower flowers, but I'm totally okay with that. And I'd stamp it in berry. So I can stamp it in berry or black. On, do I have enough of a piece here? I don't think I do, because this is a scrapper watercolor paper, which would work really well for the oval, but wouldn't quite work for the circle. So that'd work. Or let me see what scraps I have here of our watercolor paper. Right. I don't think that is our old paper, so it is more textured. I don't think I have any scraps big enough, so we will just grab a whole new piece. Which is, I always think I've got more pieces than what I've got because the paper is so thick, but I don't. Berry, okay, rightio. I need that. I don't need these. But I do just try and keep my scraps together. Right, okay. Take this piece, get that away, open the berry burst. Now we're definitely going to have to let our stamp sit on the paper longer than we normally would need to, because it's watercolor paper and I want that ink to transfer. I'm not adding any extra pressure. I'm just let it sit there. So, whoops. So I'll show you up close. You do get a tiny little bleed because this is cotton paper. So it's not like our normal paper. It is definitely cotton. So there is a slight bleed, but I like the softness of it. It's not, if I was to use stays on, I would still definitely get quite a sharp image because it is a permanent ink, where with the water-based ink you just get a touch of bleeding to it. Okay, so this is going to need a little bit of an edge because I think I roll it in bubble bath. Here we go again. So bubble bath. So I'm going to just roll the whole circle just because I don't want to use another punch because then that will take away more of our image. So what I can do is just roll the edge. Am I all the way around? Yes, I am. I do just want to roll this piece a little bit more. Okay, so you can see here that me rolling it in bubble bath has just given it a pop. I will also pop it on dimensionals, and shall we use my other current obsession, which is the loose silver sequins as well. That would look really, really nice. And then I've got to thank you. By the way, my daughter, oh, that's good. That's nice to hear, Corinne. Hopefully good news for you and your family. So I am not going to be stingy, and I'm going to use 3 for perfect balance. And my little rubbish, my big rubbish, depends on what I'm using at the time. Sometimes it'll have 2-dimensional backs in it, and sometimes it'll be filled. Come on, there we go. Okay, so I think I'm just going to pop it on this side. Then I am only covering up like 2 flowers. Kind of want to cover the bottom of that stem as well. Nope. I know what I want to do, and I want to cover up the bottom of this stem, but I don't think it's going to work the way that I want, so go back to the original plan. So keep that there. I'm going to put on a card base now, actually, and I'm just going to use thick basic white because we are not going to see we're not going to see the card base at all. So it's going to be big enough. Ow, I just poked myself. Hello, Lisa, that's fine. Oh, no problems, Mon. Thanks for popping on. We shall see you next time. Okay. Now for this, I can definitely use my wet glue, which is my multi-purpose glue. Right. So this is going to cover the whole back of the card. Okay, so what I tend to do is I just want to make sure it's covering the spine, and that is now on the card, which is great. Just a little bit of pressure, and I'm going to show, oops, sorry, that was the punch falling. I am going to show you these loose silver sequins. In a previous video, I have said they're silver and clear. They actually have a silver iridescence to them, and they're actually clear, so they look different. They're not solid silver, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to have one here, one there, and one up here. So this is my favorite way to adhere them. I actually put the glue down first. I pick up the sequin, then I pop it down. Now I need to find a smaller one. No, not that size. Thank you. Oh, there were two there. And can I find a baby one? Yes, I found the baby one, but it's upside down. There we go. And take this one back. I don't think they need to be anywhere else, unless you think I need another couple. So they're quite chameleon. Ah, didn't they? They're gorgeous. I love them. I think I will need another couple. So I'm thinking one here and one here, just to finish it off, because it then guides your eye down through the whole card. Now this glue, when it disengages, does dry clear. So at the moment they are looking a little cloudy, but when the glue dries, they will be, I think I just put that one on upside down possibly. It's actually a bit hard to tell, but I put it on upside down. So we've got the two making the triangle, and I'm really happy with that. So that's just using the piece that we already had, and now we are going to transition to our our piece that I may have lost on my desk a while ago. If anyone can tell me where that piece is, that would be lovely, because I really have missed it. So when I have lost stuff, what I tend to do is a cleanup. So if you do a cleanup, you tend to find the things. So the watercolor paper's away, that can go over there, these can go up here, it's not under there, glue can go there, scissors away, take your pick tool. I hope I can find it. Where's Cheryl with my countdown, or my count up to 10? Put my colours away, my ink colours, so the bubble bath and the fresh freesia. Probably should check the floor. It's on the floor again. Lucky, no problems, Lisa. Thanks for joining. I'll see you on the replay. Okay, so we have this one, and this one we are going to use shimmer paper. So let's have a look at the colors in the shimmer paper. We have Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, Lost Lagoon, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock. So let me just pop that vellum away while we're here and going. Let's grab these out. Oh, actually, I might just grab the 6x6 pieces out. That might make it a little easier. So that's a Night of Navy. That's a Berry Burst. I'm kind of thinking I want to go away from the Berry Burst and Bubble Bath because we just use them, which kind of leaves the Pretty Peacock, which I really love. But the Pretty Peacock also, see, this is where my brain goes. The Pretty Peacock also looks really good with the bubble bath. Yes, Bev, definitely. Pretty Peacock all the way. So what I'm thinking is I will colour these flowers Pretty Peacock. So that's where my brain is going. I'm definitely going to need a mat, just a messy sheet, and my Pretty Peacock. Now, I've said this also in another video. The lids and the colours for the Pretty Peacock changed. So this is my Pretty Peacock from when we had it as an in colour. And this is a new Stampin' Blend Pretty Peacock. They're different colours. Just an FYI, they're still the same colour inside, but the lids are different colours. So now you can see how Bubble Bath goes with everything and why I am massively defaulting to Bubble Bath at the moment. So this is my problem. So I'm just, oh, hang on, is this light or dark? That's light. I want to drop in the dark at the base of each flower. Then I've got to work out a green, like a real green, that I want to use for the leaves. The leaves, oh my dear word. We're obviously talking way too much if I'm calling them by the wrong name. I would like to keep the center of that flower white or vanilla. Same with this one, if I can. And there's a little bud here. So with Pretty Peacock, just looking at my greens, I'm thinking maybe shaded spruce leaves. And I do have shaded spruce blends, so that might work really, really well. So now I am dotting in with and I just got that middle. Possibly should have used the bullet end, but hey, we're here already. So they are all coloured, would you believe, nice and quickly. So we can see how they're going to go together. Not sure how we're going to use it yet. And just come in with shaded spruce. I'm just going to, yeah, it's going to tone in nicely, I think. They're in the same, oh, I missed a bud. They're in the same colour family, so I can't see why they won't work together really well. Except I just missed. Is that dark or light? That's light. That's not helpful, Ellen. Right. Dark. Oh, that was really dark. Because I used a bullet end last time. Might use bullet end this time. Oh, very dark. Sometimes it does make a difference which end you use. Bit bizarre, but it is what it is. Okay, now light shaded spruce. Just giving it a dab. Not so good with very, very delicate things, but I think my messy colouring makes it. There we go. So I will show you close up. Obviously there's a little bit drying to go on the shaded spruce, but you can see how lovely they work together. Good. Good. Yes, still the same colour, just different caps. So that's all good. Okay, so we've done that. Now, what to pop this on? I am possibly thinking I've got some circle punches, and I have 2 inches, which is currently available on the online store, and we have 2 3/8. So possibly a little bit of bubble bath, and then maybe some pretty peacock, because this one is smaller. I'm just wondering if we did that, or we could do it the other way. Let's just have a play. So that looks lovely, nice contrast on the bubble bath, and then we have that moodiness. I think I actually prefer it on the pretty peacock. Just get that mood. So that's 2 inches with the pretty peacock. Just trying to use the least amount as possible. And then with the 2 3/8 punch, and I do always flip my punches over so you know exactly where you're punching. Okay, so put these together. What do you think? Or do I just use a singular pretty peacock? I'm thinking just using a singular pretty peacock. I don't think the bubble bath works in the way that I thought it would. So I just punched the wrong one. That's the same size again. It's all good. All good. Yeah, me too. Me too, but you would try it, otherwise you won't find out. And these ones, these circles, can definitely be used on another project. Okay, I've got a bit of a daggy edge there. Sometimes the punches just don't work the way we want, especially this, it not being cardstock. I'm just daggy edge gone. Okay, much nicer. Much nicer. And do you know what? Pretty peacock. Blueberry bushel, pretty peacock shaded spruce. Do you know what we could do? That would look nice. So let me grab a very vanilla card base. Very vanilla scraps. Where's my very vanilla card bases? Very thick, very vanilla. There we go. So, thick, very vanilla. I swear one of these is going to be a card base. Oh, that's a very big card. That's a whole piece in half. Right. Must have been from when I was making. Oh, Lost Lagoon. Yes. Sorry, I was looking at Color Family. But I think Lost Lagoon in the background. So then we're doing a lot of tone on tone. Yes. Beautiful work. And I won't be doing like perfect stenciling, because whilst these are called masks, you use a mask to stencil. So let's do that. Now, this is how I do it. So I take the card base. It is not quite. Okay. And then I take my painter's tape, if I can grab it, because I always have scraps above me. Take the painter's tape and I tape the card to the mask. Ta-da! Okay, so take this back. I am going to grab, I think my blue ones. Yes, my blue one is in here. Now, here's, riddle me this. Is Lost Lagoon a blue or a green? I pretty much gave you what I think it is, but a lot of the colours that have come in are quite ambiguous and can go in both sides of the court. But I would just like to know what you actually think Lost Lagoon is. I don't know if this is a little dry, but we will find out. No, there is plenty of ink there. Okay. And just fading it out so I can see that these are more concentrated, and then I've just faded out beautifully, and I'm happy to actually leave that there. But I still have some ink on this, and I would like to just go in and just colour some of that area. So you can see I've just used whatever was left on here. I may just grab a little bit more and just add a little bit extra colour, and then it will go in the centre. So just pull this painter's tape off. I'm going to show you as well how, in a second, how I clean my mask. It's actually probably not the way you would think of doing it, but because it's white, you can really see where you need to clean it now. Okay, that can go over there where it's not going to interfere with anything. Close this. Now, the sentiment I'm thinking will have to go in Pretty Peacock or Shaded Spruce. Blue-green. I know, Bev. Hello, Margaret. How are you? Blue-green? Yep, it's a blue-green. I agree. It's more, it's blue with green in it. Okay, this is my big one. And so far, we have no bubble bath. So I'm definitely thinking of keeping this very tone on tone, and I don't know that it needs vellum, but I don't have a bigger circle. Or do I just needs another layer? It's just looking a little bit. Can I get away with that with a layer of vellum? Watercolor paper is not going to be helpful. Okay. Just playing devil's advocate. Oh, sorry, I scrolled up and forgot to scroll back. Landscape, you're saying? No vellum, says Margaret. Who here is anti-vellum circles? Those who know will know. I'm just playing. It's not set in stone. I will try landscape. No, it's not doing anything for it. But it definitely will be probably both layers up on dimensionals or don't know if I can do this. Oh, you girls can see what I'm trying to do, and this just really won't play. Might as well just grab another scrap of vellum. Come on. Okay. That one daggy edge I'm getting with this. Would you believe it's a new punch too? Because I only had a whale tail before. I'll show you what I mean by whale tail. I can remove this now. I think I like that better. It just gives it more prominence. Yes, exactly, Jody. You're saying no, Bev. Let me show you up close because you're missing the shimmer. I just feel I like layers. I like bubble bath and I like layers. I see what you're saying with that, but I feel it needs something. Sentiment. See, it could work if I put this on a piece. So then that would be a layer on it, if that makes sense. Not sure I need another thank you card. Or I could do, hold on, off, on. The best is yet to come with 1 3/4. So that fits nicely, and then we can have 2 circles, so like one up here and then one down here. We could have offset circles. Would that be better layers? I know how many thank you cards I have at the moment, and it's a lot. I don't think I want it to be that either. I kind of want to bring in the shaded spruce actually. I can just touch it as everything else goes on the floor. just having a look. See, the shaded spruce does work. Or, oh no, we want to bring in the Lost Lagoon. That's just silly. Lost Lagoon, which is in which colour family? That is in the Subtles. Lost Lagoon. If I bring in the Lost Lagoon and stamp on it with Pretty Peacock. Okay. Sending love during this season of growth? Yes, it could be. I do have quite a few of those at the moment as well, actually. I don't know how. Oh, it's because I keep my cards with current products. I keep them until they're retired. And then they go into my card stash. So I've just had a massive influx of cards into my stash. Now, I don't know if I have stamped that too low, but that Pretty Peacock on the Lost Lagoon actually looks really nice. And I probably... Oh, hang on, what size are we there? That's 2 inch. Too big. I'm going to see how this looks just tucked under. So I kind of did that for a reason. And then we do have our loose, yes, see, that's adding a layer. And then we've got our loose, what are they called? Loose frosted dots, which we have in Pretty Peacock. And I can just pop a couple there, and that is that card done. Just had to play with a couple of things before we got to this. So I didn't use the 2 inch punch. I used the 2 3/8 and the 1 3/4. Okay. Let's grab some dimensionals. I think I'm going to have to use some minis. And some normals, because I have used this piece before. Now don't forget, you can get other ideas using the Dainty Delight from my class from last month, but it is still available in 5 video tutorials and a project sheet. The project sheet does have dimensions and products used in the projects. So I'm thinking I want both of these on dimensionals as well. So it's going to have dimension, but be a fairly simple card, because we've just used the Lost Lagoon on the background here and just used our circle punches. Okay, I think I'll just put 2, although this one isn't being tucked under this one, so I can add 3. Okay, put those out of the way because we're finished. Yes, thank you, Bev. I'm glad you approve. And I'm happy to use these frosted dots. They are quite lovely, and they will add, even though we have used this fine shimmer paper, it will just add another non-papery dimension. So that's a good thing about using ribbon or embellishments. It just stops the cards from feeling overly papery. Don't know that that's an actual thing, but often I do look at my projects and go, oh, that is, yes, perfect. I like that it's a little more centered to the bottom as well. So these on dimensionals. So just using, we haven't used too much on this really, but I love the new mask, and I can see how the crosses would fit in, and just in that little dot is like your registration spot. Perfect. I just need to bend that back down. I prefer it bent down than bent up. Okay, just need to redo. There we go, sitting flat now. If your cards aren't sitting flat, just give them an extra burnish and you will all be good. So these are our gorgeous dots. So we've got Daffodil Delight, Floaty Flamingo, and Pretty Peacock. Put them down safely, Ellen. I will once again do my 3 little dots. There we go. And grab my take your pick tool, because it is the most used tool in my stash. One. Let me see if I can grab a middle size one. Oh, I had 2 there. Seeing if I can grab a teeny tiny one. Oops, I just threw it out of the way. And then a teeny tiny. Oh, okay, I do have a little bit of excess glue there, but I can deal with that. So this is card number 2. Keeping it simple, no, well, this was die cut using the Dainty Delight cards, but I'd previously die cut that. So it's not a today thing. Oh, thank you for the suggestion. I like it landscape too, Jody. Thank you, Margaret. Okay, so 2 cards in an, let's say, an hour and a bit, because, you know, have a little bit of chatting at the front. So we've used the Dainty Delight with some new products today. So I stretched myself and I used the Gingham for our first card. So this panel was already, I'd already done a watercolor wash in Bubble Bath, and I'd used colored pencils to color the image. So we added the Gingham on the back, and we stamped the sentiment and added the loose silver sequins. Love that. This one, we had this die cut and stamped piece which we colored with blends in Peacock and Shaded Spruce. We used our brand new masks, so I used this one. I will show you how I clean it in a sec. And so we just highlighted both corners, and we used the 2 3/8 and the 1 3/4 circle punches, and just the loose, what are they called? Loose frosted dots in the Pretty Peacock. So Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, and a touch of Shaded Spruce there. So thank you. Now let me just grab my mat, because I'm going to make a tinsy bit of a wet mess here for this mask. But I'm going to pull it over, and I'm going to grab, I have a spray bottle of This is just from Bunnings. It's just the isopropyl alcohol, and literally what I do is I just, whoop, that went off to the side, give it a spray, and then I just grab one of those and I just give it a wipe down. So I actually saw Jennifer Maguire and Christina Werner doing this and went, oh my God, why do I bother with water when the isopropyl, where the alcohol just picks everything up? And that, besides having a bit of paper towel on it, that is sparkling clean. Actually, I'm just going to leave that there for now. So as you can see, that is now really, really white. So thank you so much for joining me today. I had a lot of fun. I'm very glad that I used my last 2 scraps and they are all used. Of course, I can't find my other embellishments. They're here somewhere because I didn't put them back in their home. They are under the mask. And then we used our 2 3/8 punch and our 1 3/4 and a card with no vellum, but I did use bubble bath because it had previously been used. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be back for another card making session on Thursday. That will be over on YouTube, so make sure you have subscribed and hit the bell over there so you get notifications of when I go live. Have a wonderful day. If you want to purchase any of these products, the shop link is in the description box. Thanks guys. Bye.